What's going on, everyone? Welcome. This is the Warehouse Series, and today's Discord Friday. It is pouring outside. We have a tornado warning, but the show must go on. We got to get Discord Friday out. So, guys, subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you guys don't miss it on any of my videos. Like on Monday, I put out a really good video. If you guys missed my last video, go watch it. If you guys want to donate, it's much appreciated. Discord, that link is in the description below. I recently just turned on private messaging again, so let's keep it civil, and I'll leave it on. Give me a thumbs up, leave comments, and my eBay store, that link is now in the description below. If you guys want to check me out over there, it's much appreciated. Let's get on to Discord Friday. All right, guys, so the first pallet we're going to look at is this one right here. First and foremost, before I even get to the pallet, I do not understand why jacks do not have the back rest on it, the mast. I don't get why you guys don't have a guard to build up against. I see so many warehouses that do not have these guards on their jacks, and I just don't agree with it. I love the guards on the jacks. There are some warehouses that have guards that go all the way up to the top of the pallet. I just feel it's a very important thing to have on your jack. This pallet is just beautiful. So why do I like posting these is because I don't have a lot to talk about with this because it's just built so perfect. But I do like posting these because it gives other people an opportunity to see how it should be done. So if you're in a freezer warehouse and you're throwing these similar boxes and you have this is a lot of pieces, guys. I mean, you're looking at probably easily 170 pieces in the freezer. To me, that's a lot. So look at these, and I got one more picture of the back. I just want to show you guys something real quick. So I'm going to go right here. On the back of this pallet, we're using plastic, which I do not like. I like wood, but a lot of warehouses require you to use plastic. But this area right here, I don't mind this case leaning into a gap like this because we're up high on the pallet. You hear me say this a lot. Stuff that is up here is not going to work down here. If this whole scenario was down here, it would not be a good idea because this is going to tip over. We're going to end up putting weight on this and it's going to tip the pallet over, but we're up high, so it's irrelevant. But very good pallet. If you have similar cases of this, take a look at the stuff. And guys, this is why it's important to join Discord, because not only is this person going to post his work over there, but if you work in the freezer warehouse and you have something to ask him, he's going to answer back. And guess what? Him and then about 20 other freezer workers are going to answer back and try to help you build a better pallet. Because I only worked in perishable and grocery, so I can't really relate to this stuff to certain aspects. I don't know what can be turned on its side, what can be turned upside down and stuff like that. All what I know is I could tell you from a standpoint of building, this is great. So come over to Discord and start asking these people questions if you're struggling in the freezer. All right, guys, this next pallet right here, someone posted on there and said, can you, help me with this? So I am going to help you with this. There's quite a few things I want to go over. The first and foremost, the back of your pallet is on a complete slant going up. So, guys, your first layer on your pallet, it is so crucial to not hang over and not be too short. You should be right to the perimeter of that pallet. And then when you work your next layer up, you should be right to the perimeter of that layer. And that just keeps going up and up and up. And if a case does not fit, you do not force it. You just take that case and you put it somewhere else. Now look at our back line right here. Beautiful line, beautiful line, beautiful line. Doesn't fit. All right, so starting right here, we started intervening with this pallet, and we don't want to do that. You kept a beautiful line right here until we got to this case. We stuck out, we stuck out, we stuck out, we stuck out. If it doesn't fit, turn the case or put it somewhere else. It doesn't need to be there. So let's focus on keeping our lines, and we're not going to interlock our pallets together. Your back pallet, it goes on a slant, so that's not filling out the middle of your pallet good. All right, you got to learn like what pallet or what cases you could put on their sides to start filling in some of these gaps. But you definitely do not want to have a pyramid going, and the pyramid is leaving holes in the middle and just building cases touching each other. All right, so we want to, the outside perimeter of your pallet is more important than your cases touching and leaving little gaps in the middle of your pallet. So I do want to say that. This front pallet here, this slope right here, the slip sheet's irrelevant. I don't even know what we're doing here. Like, we got a slip sheet here. I don't even know where it goes. Or is that just the top? Is it a slip sheet or is it just the top of a box? But anyhow, yeah, just putting small cases on the corners. Remember, high corners, low inside. We want to always focus on a high corner, low inside. And This right here, this long case right here, I probably would have kept it right there facing in the middle. Remember, point cases and watch my cross and tee video if you have never done it. Part 2, 3, and 4 are over on Discord under my top videos. Go watch the cross and tee part 2, 3, and 4, because when you have all these different size boxes, it plays a big part in it. Honestly, if you're a newer employee, you are not far off. You are actually not far off at all. We got a nice solid base. So you actually have two really nice bases. We're just up here. We're just just sort of getting out of our realm. So keep posting your videos. You're actually not building bad. I do see a few things that we need to work on. I got one more picture of yours. I think it's the back end or something, or maybe we have a couple. Now see here. So we got a high inside, a low corner. You want to just switch these cases around. I don't know what this is right here. If it could be on its side, then so be it. But I would switch these cases around. Guys, I promise you, this low on the pallet, that if this was up here, it doesn't matter. The fact that it's all the way down here and we got that high corner, look at how it just leans everything out. Switch it around. That little fraction is going to play a big part down here. Switch these cases around. Make sure you got that high corner low inside. Other than that, I mean, it's like I said, just keep posting pictures because you're not far off at all. Now this right here is the side view. I just like really shrunk in on this side right here. We're sticking out way too far. It looks like, or we're into, yeah, it looks like we're all too far. So this case right here, if it don't fit, don't force it. This case needs to be turned or go somewhere else. We're not to the perimeter of the pallet right here. So here's your pyramid scheme. You're starting to pyramid your stuff because you're not coming to the end of the pallet because we combined our pallets together. So focus on your lines, focus on coming all the way to the perimeter of the pallet, and you're going to have more room in the middle to build these cases, and they're not going to be as tall anymore, and you're going to be more solid. You're not far off, but we need to work on that. All right, guys, this pallet right here, I'm getting text messages asking if we're all right because there's a tornado warning over here. Guys, I live in a part where even if a tornado touches down, it doesn't stay down for long. But I keep getting text messages. All right, so guys, this pallet right here, I mean, just absolutely beautiful. I love how we column stack these bags. All right, these are bakery bags. They are very solid. They are not going to go anywhere. They're like bricks. I mean, literally. This is one of the few contents that do not move around in there a lot. But I love how we column stack this to meet this. Remember, guys, do not force tie-ins. You don't see him or her, whoever did this, you don't see them hurrying up and starting to tie in towards the middle of the pallet. We're going to wait for our opportunity to get level again with this case right here, and then we will tie in. Absolutely brilliant. Back here, I love this. Even though we column stacked, it's big cases. If this was a lot of skinny boxes, it would not work. But these are big, heavy cases that have a nice sturdy, it's not going to rock over as much. But then look what we did. This is a form of tying in, guys. This right here, and then we just kept that direction going. So we, believe it or not, we are taking weight off of this corner and we are bringing it to right here. This, I'm just absolutely beautiful. And guys, when you have cases like this, what did I just say? Big boxes, you can get away with column stack them. Column stack them, look at that. All the small boxes in the middle, all the big boxes on the outside, and you're gonna fly through these pallets. This guy said he did 150% on this, and I totally believe him. Guys, when you get a system, you can crush these pallets and they can look this good. All right, here's the other side once again. I just love the stacking of the bakery bags. Guys, do not force tie-ins and column stack until you have the opportunity to tie in, and things are going to go a lot faster. So we column stacked our first two layers, then we tied in the bags, and then we just stuck with it. All right, these are all the same kind of bags, so maybe we needed 8 of the same kind or even more. So we're on one side of the pallet, we're just going to throw them on one side of the pallet. Stack 4 up, and then we just tied in the top. Just absolutely beautifully done. Real, I mean, just a great job all the way around. And just keep posting your pictures, please. And once again, you guys throw dry goods and you throw this type of stuff, come over and ask this person some questions. And, that way you're going to get more information, more tips than just me giving you. You're going to get it from this person as well. All right, this last pallet I wanted to post, it's a great looking pallet. I just want to say something though. This is where I really think it's important to listen. I'm going to keep repeating myself until I fall over off this chair. Cube is everything. If you know your cube before you start, you should know that these are going to be very tall pallets. I don't know if this hole goes all the way through the middle of the bottom of the pallet, but me personally, I would not leave this gap there. Your first layer is so crucial. Now, I'm not talking directly to this person, all right, because this person knows what they're doing. They've been stacking cases for a while and they have their system. Guys, I'm not knocking anybody's system just because it doesn't follow my system to a T. But for new selectors, I'm telling you right now, you do not want gaps in your first base, all right? You do not earn your first layer. You do not want gaps, especially if you're going to have a tall pallet. We need to utilize this and fill this out as much as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4 cases, if that's all I had of those, and there's a hole going right through the middle of this pallet, all 4 of these cases would have been right up on the front of my pallet, all right? And I would have stacked in sections. I am not forcing a layer. All right, a lot of people like to force layers because it's level all the way across, but you're taking away cube by having holes in your pallet. Other than that, this pallet is absolutely done perfectly. And I see on your back pallet, you got the hole as well. If you take anything away from me, I try something different. I don't think your pallets will be as tall if we start filling out these holes. All right, guys, it's pretty calm out there right now. So hopefully we didn't get touched down around here anywhere. So guys, be safe, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining in. Have a great weekend.